Hey y'all, John aka Whisky and Sound, and I'm back with another episode of Boilermaker Mondays. So I'm up to the last of the Urban Alley beers. This one here is Flight Delay Bohemian Style Pilsner. So yeah, this is the last one. Oh, this is so chilled. At the moment, the house is boiling at the moment because the heat is cranked. Because it is relatively cool. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's cold outside, but I mean it was nice today. But inside the house, it's so I'm looking forward to drinking this chilled. That's for sure. So Bohemian Style Pilsner. What we can expect is something that's slightly sweet and malt character. So something perhaps like either like a biscuit style or like a bread style malt character, and should also expect it to be in less. Got a boy happening here. Should have less hop like bitterness compared to its German style Pilsner. I'll let that sort itself out. So, and it is exactly that on the nose. It's very, you know what? It smells like Wheat Bix. It smells like Wheat Bix in the morning, with a bit of bananas cut, some honey drizzled over it. That's what it smells like. And without going too far into the beer, I am going to go with. It was a whiskey that I had in mind for it. So, and I think it's going to work well. The reason why I think it's going to work well is due to its similarity. So I'm thinking compliment. I love doing my compliments, the compliment style Boilermaker. For those that haven't figured that part out, always look for something that's going to work in between or enhance the flavors or intensify the flavors and the aromas that you pick up on. They definitely are my favorite style to go for. And truthfully, I accidentally find something that works as like a cut or, having said that, I would use, like if I'm going to, let's say, an Isla whiskey tasting event, then I would use something like a Pilsner or an IPA as a means of a palate refresher. So something that can cut in between and just something that is just complete polar opposite of the styles that I'm drinking. So whether it be bourbon cask Islas or just anything that's like heavily peated or whatever, I know if I'm going to grab a stout or a porter, it's going to go more like it's going to try blending in and hey, how's all the show going kind of thing. It's going to want to complement the whiskeys that you're having, and it's going to defeat the purpose of it. So that's why I tend to go for compliments whenever I'm trying beers and I want to pair it back with something. I'll go the compliment route. That's my line of thought anyway. So now, because of that line of thought, I'm going to trial out a whiskey that I got from the Whisky Club. Started this year, I believe it was. And that is... It was either started this year or was last year. Who knows? Could have been last year. I don't know. This year's been pretty long. I'm fairly positive it was last year. Glen Grant, 15-year-old. And the reason why I'm thinking this is because it's a Highlands style whiskey. Which I hope it's no, it's not actually. This is on the Rothies. So it's a Speyside. All right. Well, you know what? If you really want to get into the politics of it all, Speyside is kind of Highlandish, so it's within that region. But anyway, Highland style and Speyside that goes close to the Highland style whiskies. And the reason why I'm thinking along those lines is because they're generally they're light florally, but they're more they're lightly spiced. They're very malt driven. They're very very biscuity style, very honey style, and just that's what I like to call personally. They're a breakfast whiskey. very much a breakfast whiskey. So I'm going to attempt a breakfast Boilermaker. So that's what I'm going to try to achieve with this. So I probably would have suggested either going, well, Clynelish could actually work with this as well. Like a Clynelish 14, I reckon, would work really well with this Pilsner based on the smell alone. Definitely. I reckon the waxy note might work well. And I've actually got a sister cask release of the SMWS bottling that I tried at the SMWS gathering, the global gathering pack, and that was the something sanctuary. What was it? Mood lifting sanctuary. That's the sister cask to this, if I'm not mistaken. Both a second fill ex-bourbon and 8-year-old. So yeah. So either that one can go with it. And you know what? I'm actually going to pour a dram of this just to prove that theory as well. So, but I'm going to concentrate more on the Glen Grant. So, but for the sake of an exercise, I'm going to, and you know what? Because it's a Monday night, so I'm going to have a second dram regardless. All right. So, Glen Grant 15-year-old. So, as I just learned tonight, it's apparently not a Highland. It's a Speyside. So this is a 15-year-old bourbon cask release, which is sitting at the 50% mark. Yes, it is. All right. So batch strength. So this was from the Whisky Club. Right, I'll put more details of the whiskey in, or actually both these whiskies in the YouTube. Man, I cannot think. I really need a drink. Yeah, I'll put that in the description and the comments on the YouTube video. So, all right, on the nose, what I'm getting with the Glen Grant is exactly that. It's slightly, it's very like, it's a hint of spice. It's nothing overpowering. So it's like a nutmeggy. It's you could say more like cinnamon sugar. That's what I'm getting, where it's just not full-blown cinnamon bomb in your face. Heather, honey, this one's actually grassy too. And yeah, very malt-driven. Very nice. I think this will work extremely well, because this has got loads of honeycomb in it now. I'm starting to grab on the nose. So it's going to work beautifully. This is got like a creme brulee note, actually. I'm starting to pick up on that. That's really nice. Yeah. Breakfast Boilermaker, dessert Boilermaker. Who knows? But either way, I'm confident this is going to work. So. Oh. Ooh, very fresh. So this sits at what, 4.9? 4.9. Yep, 4.9. Not very bitter at all. Nice and sweet. That's a very clean style Pilsner. Very easy to drink, very approachable. Lightly fruity. Yeah, it's got like, what is that? It's like mango, guava almost. It's fruity, but it's very malt, like it's very malt driven. And I know I've used that term as well in this, but that's exactly what they are. So I think like you can taste, like I reckon the blend of the malts here is going to work so well. And that's, yeah, going to be I reckon that's going to be my pick. The Clynelish will work really well with it, but let's go with the Glen Grant, see what that does. Pardon me. Right, so beer wash, whiskey rinse. Yeah, I really need to get into this a bit more as well. I've gotten it past the neck, which is good. But yeah, really need to get stuck into that. Mm. Mm. Ooh, I like that. I like that very much so. That has that's yeah. Actually, wow, that's a dessert pairing right there. I thought it was going to be pure. Like what that's done is it's held the malt back and it's pulled the fruits out of the Glen Grant. So that's like there's peaches and cream I get on that. There is that cinnamon sugar note. Is like yeah, the creme brulee is definitely there, and but that malt which I got on the nose definitely isn't there. So it's yeah, made it real super fruity. So that's really nice. So it's almost acted like a cut, like a yeah, maybe a cut. Yeah, I'll probably put that one down as a cut, and it's brought more flavors out. So I'll be very interested to see how this goes on whiskey wash beer rinse. So we'll see how that one turns out. Mm, really coat that palate. Yep. All right. Oh yeah, loads of fruit. It's turned it into a fruit bowl. Yeah, heaps of stone fruit. Loads of stone fruit. A little bit of tropical on the side, like there's like a hint of pineapple I'm picking up on, but loads of peaches, apricot, a little bit of mango in there, and there's like honey just being poured over the whole lot. Creaminess is definitely there, so yeah, definitely peaches and cream, as 112 would call it. And it's not a massive lingering finish, so it is a very moorish Boilermaker. That worked really well. I did like that, and I'm going to let that breathe some more. But on the other note, I'm going to try it back with the Clynelish, just because. So this is a slightly higher ABV, slightly higher I say, just a mere 57.7% over its counterpart, the 50%. I don't see that as a bad thing at all. Right. So. Oh, waxy goodness. Cherries, musk. All the good stuff that we get from Clynelish. Good stuff. This is really good stuff. So many colours in rainbow. But if you have the other inner something sanctuary, that one, either one of those. But you know what? For those that didn't get their hands on this, there's no reason why the backbone of that, which is the Clynelish 14, which is readily available anywhere, wouldn't work with this Pilsner. So, but let me put that theory to the test. So let's go a whiskey wash. Let's go a whiskey wash first, and then we'll go a beer rinse afterwards. I think that's gonna be stellar. Mm. Oh, oh, such yum stuff. Oh, super sweet, super musky, super waxy. Oh man, that is epic. Super, super, super fruity. Oh my goodness, that worked out even better than what the Glen Grant did. The Glen Grant worked. That was really nice. The 15-year-old work with that beer, but I had a hunch this was gonna be just beautiful stuff. Oh yeah, without a doubt, that there's a winner right there. Oh, yum, yum. Okay, I'm not going to mess around anymore. I'm going to go straight to a beer wash and see what the whiskey rinse does to it. Now, so far, hands down, the whiskey wash on this was phenomenal with that beer. Let's see what the beer wash whiskey rinse does. I will have high expectations for this thing now because the whiskey wash beer rinse was, just fruit, more fruit, just gorgeous. Oh, that is such an easy beer to drink. That's a session pilsner. That leave a 4-pack alone with me, and that'll disappear in a heartbeat. Whoa. Ooh. Hello. That took an interesting twist. That took a very interesting twist. A nice surprise. Very nice surprise. Still super fruity, but on the whiskey rinse, the salinity come out. The briny, it's not super briny, but there's that salinity note that come out on the palate, which is very good. So it's sweet and salty. Almost went down the contrast. Actually, did probably go a contrast. Yeah. I think this pairing is probably a bit more adventurous. Whereas Glen Grant 15 with this beer is just nice, easy going, just a session Boilermaker. Pardon me, I've got the hiccups for some reason tonight. Don't know why, but anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's like the Glen Grant, and this beer was nice. Is nice, I should say. It is nice. Or but like I said, it's just a very easy, nothing too complex, nothing surprising, or bam in your face kind of surprise that you would get from the Boilermaker pairing. But there's Clynelish and Urban Alley Pilsner. Fun. And then some. So I'm going to say, if you get your hands on Flight Delay, don't delay in getting your hands on Clynelish 14, because that'll work like a treat. Either way you go with it, it'll either be compliment one way or it's going to be contrast the other. So that's a fun Boilermaker. Really fun Boilermaker. So on that note, I'm going to enjoy the rest of these drams and this beer, and I'm going to call it a night. So thank you all for joining me on my little adventure with the Urban Alley Brewery pairings. They were awesome. They are such a, the 4 beers that I've had from these guys have been fantastic. They're just such an easy drinking beer. I didn't have any fault, nothing overly bland or anything. It was just like, it's either very easy drinking or they had their levels of complexity, like the red rye ale, or the red rye IPA, or what was it? Fire in the Hole, the smoked Baltic porter. They're all good beers, really, really stunning beers. So feel free to get your hands on them, and whether you want to follow my lead on the pairings that I've done with them, or if you want to find something and put something in the comments, and it'll give me something to trial out, and be like, all right, cool, I'll grab another set of cans happily, and I'll pair them back with whatever gets suggested. But they are a very easy beer to pair up as far as Boilermakers are concerned. So yeah, have fun with them. Next week I will surprise you with something, so stick around for that one, and you'll see. All right. On that note, I'm going to enjoy these drams and beer. So you all have a good night, and I'll catch you on the next week. I was going to say something as well, but no, you know what? I'll leave that surprise for next week. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll catch you next week.